Hello everyone, I'm Lazy Cass. The jetpack is an important feature of Farlight 84. It's a symbol of us survivors being together in this community. In this update, the jetpack is losing its universal capacity. On one hand, we need to prepare for the long-term improvement of gunplay and hero design. On the other hand, this change has led to some unintended consequences. And we've got your feedback! In the next few minutes, we'll list out the new problems after the update and we'll introduce the new solutions to tackle them. 6 problems, 8 solutions. We'll rise every group, and in subsequent updates, we'll lead Isle City all the way to glory. Without further ado, let's look behind the scene and look at what's coming to Farlight 84. Problem 1. Movements got slower. Many of you said, I feel slow. After the update, the slowness of character movement was indeed a significant problem. When we get sniped from a distance or ambushed by enemies, we lack emergency measures other than spam jumping around. Also, reduced mobility when the ring is closing leads to situations where it's so hard to outrun the circle's closing speed. To solve this design problem, we're accelerating the development of an all-new universal movement ability. Our internal codename for it is called JetSlide. With this new design, characters can use the performance of the jetpack to slide, achieving significantly faster movements than running. This new mobility will offer new strategies and make everyone feel significantly safer looting across the map. To reflect this as a universal ability, we anticipate that JetSlide will have a very high activation frequency, allowing us to quickly choose and freely switch between speeding up or slowing down in different situations. We'll do our best to quickly bring JetSlide to everyone. Our goal is not just to make hero abilities and gunplay more fun, but also to restore the snappiness and speed that we've all come to love in Farlight 84. Problem 2. Emergency measures got fewer. With JetSlide, we start from renewing the design of the jetpack, but we also need to solve the problem from the perspective of map design. When there aren't enough covers on the map to assist in combat, especially in open areas, the only emergency measure is to keep jumping around to avoid incoming attacks. So, what we'll do is we'll create more terrain changes in the new map Sunder Realms. As you can see on the screen, we're readjusting the terrain by introducing more covers and adding more zip lines. This will give you more strategies to approach or avoid enemies from far away. Problem 3. Visibility of jetpack trails was reduced. We've all collected many free or purchased trails. These trails have always been a frequently seen decoration and are a symbol of personalization. However, after this update, the reduced use of jetpacks greatly decreased the visibility of trails. This is not good for those of us who treat them as great collections. To solve this problem, first, the newly mentioned JetSlide feature will greatly enhance the visibility of jetpacks and trails. Secondly, besides JetSlide, which is universal, in the subsequent updates, you'll gradually find out that jetpacks are being utilized in more hero abilities. Not only will everyone have the commonly used and frequently activated JetSlide, but individual heroes will also have unique jetpack skill designs. The value of trails will be significantly increased compared to now. Problem 4. Matchmaking took longer. After the update, the new maps and modes created a diversion of matchmaking queues. We observed not only an increase in matchmaking time, but also a decline in match quality. So, in the recent hotfix a few days ago, we quickly adjusted the matchmaking method. In that update, we prioritized making match quality better. Next, we'll move on to tackle the issue of matchmaking time. We plan to temporarily close maps and modes that see really low participation rates, rework them for the better, and reintroduce them back when they're ready again. everyone will be concentrated in higher quality match queues, which is expected to improve match quality and reduce matchmaking time. Problem 5. Countering skills have become more difficult. These skills include absolute gravity, EMP shock, vision erosion, etc. On the bright side, these skills used to be ineffective at times as enemies could easily escape with a jetpack, and now they've become actually impactful in many situations. But to prevent them from becoming OP in the new meta, we need to review the overall balance of hero abilities. To do that, we'll adjust the range and warning mechanisms of these skills, helping their enemies devise strategies and counter in time. Additionally, countermeasures will be created in other hero abilities like control immunity and destruction of summons. This will form an effective and intense set of tactical fights. Problem 6. Passive abilities. This would be more of a question than a problem. Because the heroes are undergoing intense rework, their passive abilities are also getting adjusted. In fact, some passive abilities have already been merged into their active abilities in this update and are not disappearing. In the future, we might also transform some passives into new active skills to increase strategic depth. Today, we've listed some of the most important issues after the game update and shared the solutions that are currently being developed intensively. This includes the new jetpack function codenamed JetSlide, more terrain changes and covers, fully increasing the visibility of trails, unique hero jetpack skill designs, reworking low participation maps and modes, adjusting the range and warnings of the certain skills, creating countermeasures and hero abilities, and merging and transforming passive and active skills. These 8 solutions will arrive in subsequent updates as soon as possible, and they're just part of our plans for this year. We'll continue to share and communicate with you our update plans through the What's Next series, so make sure to subscribe and get notified. If you encounter any issues during the update, drop us a comment below and let us know. That's all for today's video. I'm LazyCast, and we'll slide into Sunder Realms soon. Bye!